Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And I got my VPN camera here on my laptop because we're taking a look at some auditions from the second season of Street Dance Girl Fighter. It is from the second episode. A lot of these auditions we didn't get to see in the actual episode. I have been doing a full episode reaction, and so I had a chance to tackle some auditions already that weren't shown in the initial showing from earlier in the week, and I got to release those earlier, I think yesterday, and it's really nice that I get to take a look at them here. If you want to see any context behind any of the episodes that we are watching together, I have that all on Patreon. That is exclusive to there, but these excerpts are for everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and check these out. All right, we have two-way. I know they made it in. I just forgot which group they were auditioning with, because I remember this here. Like their outfits specifically. It reminded me of Harimu a little bit, actually. I like how they set this up. That was nice. Okay. A lot of unison. That was the first time we broke off in a dynamic. That was nice. Ooh. Wow. I like that. Wow. I think this is the group that they're talking about as having all the styles, all the genres. So we saw voguing and we saw whacking. Love the energy there. Did a little more popping accents, some tutting, a little bit of whacking influence. We're seeing a lot of that, just that framing. It actually shocked me that it was over already. Sorry, caught me off guard. But just this ending, we've seen this ending a lot from people. It could be because of the trend. I mean, I do remember it being very clear that we saw it from. It was the group that had, was it Brand New Child? And it was Idea. So it was Proudmon's group that did the mission, right? From episode 3 when we saw the first challenge. That's not released yet at the time of this video being made on YouTube. But my note was, I really liked having that keel over. And we did see that with 1 million. We saw this bleed over too, so there's a chance. I think they were vibing with wanting to go with 1 million. This is what it reads to me, but they are demonstrating multiple genres, so they could really go to anybody. I don't remember where these groups who they auditioned for, so I'm so sorry. I should know, but bless it. Anyway, so I do know that they made it in though, because I remember them in the footage of the episode. This beginning was really fun. I love the head boom boom and then they pull back. So it's really great usage of the sound, and I love that we're subtly relying upon this dancer to help create that visual or justify it with her choice of pulling them back and how she finishes it out. You're naturally wanting to look at her, but then you wanted to look at a different feature, which was right here, because she was the only one that was still up. And then when they all chose to hit their different levels, that was just really fun to see that. And then the transition, my one note would be everybody commits to that chest hinging around instead of just a select few people. Having them slowly come up, the hits. So they are doing most of this is very unison. I would say there's not a ton of groove, more simpler, I think, with some of their movement. I wouldn't say it's not elementary, but I would say it's more beginner in how they would interpret this type of track, maybe intermediate on some of the choices of the actual movements, but I would say the timing is definitely on the simpler side, which I don't mind because they did showcase in context more abstract content in the beginning, which I really liked. And then having everybody come in, I do feel like there's a slight disconnect with some of them here. But it was a start of a one person, like one group, then another group joined. I really liked that choice. Right when I was feeling like we were feeling a little too much unison, they really broke it off. So I think it was a great choice that they chose to place that there. Straight lines. I love this right here. And then you have that. I love that, which was really nice. So now we're seeing more of a very abstract, creative way to dip. And then we have a moment that's happening on the side. So I actually really like this moment a lot. This is fun. It's captivating. Having tutting variations, a little bit of whacking. Actually, no, I see this more in Vogue, so forgive me for that. My bad. There's your whacking. Toe touch, really nice. One note with toe touches. I'm more so a preferential fan of pointing the feet, especially in a dance context, not cheer. But with cheer, I know there's other rules and regulations with that, with toe touches. But I would say here, when you do toe touches, just be a little bit cleaner on the line, because having a flexed foot there breaks the line. So I think, I don't know, I'm assuming it was intentional because both of them chose to do it. So that was a great choice on both ends. But pointing the feet, I think, would have been more tasteful to the context of the other movements or styles that were represented here. Having the swing through, dropping it up. So right here, we have a lot going on. I think in the outskirts, we have a little bit of house happening back here. Bless the circle I just made. We got a little bit of Vogue, and then we got some locking. So they are the epitome of let me show you 3 styles at the same time. Yeah, so I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Especially it's on the cleaner side, and I think that really worked in their favor because it is pretty different than a lot of other groups. A lot of groups just mash a lot of commercial slang movements together, which looks really cool and captivating for your audience, of course, but it is, I know a lot of mentors do tailor towards people who are very fundamentally sound because they can add their own slang perspective. It's easier to do that than somebody who has a very niche perspective, but they don't have fundamentals to back it. So it's hard to combat that difference. So I do like the fact that we are seeing that. I feel like we can utilize, if we just saw them as a crew, we can utilize more ideas to them and make them have more essence at the end of the day. My gut tells me they went to hook, possibly. I feel like I recognize them in that excerpt, maybe. Yeah. I love that da-da-da-da, boom, boom, and they kind of bleed it up. I do feel like we are slightly a bit disconnected because we're in 3 different worlds, so that would be my note there. That's the risk you run when you have multiple genres represented. You want to make them cohesive in some way, which they are because they're all dancing to the same music, but it really does feel disconnected, like we're not blending the styles or showing competency in the style, but blending it into something really nice to watch. So it is, I mean, it's definitely on the cleaner side for sure, and I love her dropping down, having this moment where she pulls the back for them to turn around, having them have that moment, that thread through, boom, 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 that little boom, boom. So some people, one of them chose to do a chest pop. So, but then having some people knock, the knock didn't quite match the pop as well as I think it needed to. I like that boom, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da. That ending was really fun. So we did kind of have an Oreo cookie of creativity is how I would call that. So you would have your beginning was really nice and how we saw the group as a group, and it was really nice. They meshed well together. The middle felt a little bit like here's choreography and here's dynamics of choreography. It didn't feel like we were attached or connected, and you don't have to be touching to feel connected. It's your dynamics. I feel like they weren't working as much as a group. It felt very mechanical in their structure. It didn't feel as cohesive as I think it could have been. This inning was a really nice inning, having them all come together to accent and mesh well together. So that would just be my one note. I'm hopeful that a couple of them made it in. Like I said, for the life of me, it escapes me who all made it in which crews, because I feel like I'll get more familiar with them as we see the next challenges in the future. But right now, I mean, I only am going off of these VPN videos at the moment. So my bad for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more Street Dance Girl Fighter content, whether it's season 1, season 2, or full episode reactions of either, I have that on Patreon. I also have Street Dance China season 6 actively being reacted to, and most of that stuff can't even make it to YouTube just from sheer copyright. And if you want to check out any of that, as well as I have K-pop and any dance content in general. I love watching dance regardless of where it comes from, because I think there's just such beauty in art from around the world, and I'm very excited that I get to do that here in this position with Korea, Street Dance Girl Fighter, and abroad. So this has been awesome. I am Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.